must dedicate budget. Acting HOD, you are here. You are listening to me. There must be budget towards yellow fields. There must be budget towards appointment of the operators. Because we want to do this in house. We are going to have the khere. I saw them salivating. But the khere Wednesday, it means now another tender. It's on the public. This is not going to be on any tender. We must re-empower and the mandate of public works to build infrastructure and maintain. Where we're building our roads, we must maintain them. Internal. Why should everything go through a tender? We are fighting because of these tenders. People are just being appointed without even a budget. I was with Treasury. They were showing me last week. Mara, we are committing. Why are we committing? Why are we appointing people? CEO Yaral. You can't appoint people when there is no money. Or you want me to go under Section 100. You are lost. I'm not going to. At least the book and the Khail. Now, when there's no budget. You will have to explain to me when you advertise and appoint this person, where are you getting that money? Can we do the job and fix the roads internally? And when there is budget allocation, because when you make the MEC to sign a letter committing particular one, Randabezita Zumeri, we are going to tie it this year. When you don't tie it, Ndabezita Zumeri come and fight us. They don't fight you as officials. They fight us. So we are going to turn things around. If you are committing when there's no money, I'm coming after you. When you commit and there is money, go and build that road. When you commit, there's money, you don't build the road, I'm coming after you. When you are a service provider, you are appointed, you don't do the work, we are going to blacklist you. When you are a service provider, you are going, if you are told, build this road, you will build it. Urata wosarat, hausarati, samaya, before Totara we embarrass. Na richabi, ritoe to embarrass you. Mara, when we come after you, you won't like it.
Very quick one. I don't want you to hate political players because of the political party they come from. For the same example, I don't want you to hate Panyaza because you hate ANC. I don't want you to hate Dr. Judge Phophi because you hate MK. I don't want you to hate Julius Malema because you hate the EFF. Dr. Phophi Ramathuba is black excellence. You may not agree with everything that you want. This small clip nyana is just to show you why people love Dr. Phophi Ramathuba. Black excellence, hard worker. Almost, yeah, some would say Figile Mbadula and getting Mackenzie Papa because you don't like the way they work. I mean, you can't fault this woman. This woman is a hard worker. Dr. Phophi Ramathuba, she's a gem. As South Africans, we must applaud people like her who work like her. And sometimes, I even think, and I've always said, this is one of the reasons why people hate the ANC, because they don't put the best players in their starting lineup. They would bench good players and only relegate them. Maybe they will promote these players into the senior team once they are old. I use that soccer analogy maybe for you to make sense very quickly. Mashani politically incorrect. Tell me what you feel about Dr. Phophi Ramathuba. Thank you. Black excellence she is. A gem. She's ready to become an international player in our politics. Thank you. Because, I mean, we just lost Dr. Naledi Pandor. There she is. She could come in. We are losing Dr. Nkosana Dlamini Zuma. We need people to go and replace South Africa in the international space. Dr. Phophi Ramathuba is dead.
Aibo, guys, a Zimbabwean woman crossed the border to give birth in South Africa, scored herself 17.2 million rand. Here's how it happened. Ne? This lady, she was in Zimbabwe pregnant, and then after being pregnant, doing her follow-ups in Zimbabwe, she found out or the doctors in Zimbabwe, this was found by Dr. Phophi Ramathuba when she was doing an investigation. The doctors in Zimbabwe, they knew that this woman has complications on her pregnancy. So those doctors, they told the woman to seek extra medical help in South Africa. So when this woman came to South Africa, she gave birth, and then during her process of giving birth, there was some mistakes that happened. Obviously, the doctors in South Africa, they didn't know the complications that this woman had because of she was not doing normal follow-ups in South Africa. So when she gave birth, the child was born with cerebral palsy. So now this woman, the court says, good, the Department of Health must pay her 17.2 million rand. Can you imagine?
It is indeed me on that video. I need to appreciate the fact that this issue is no longer our issue as the Limpopo Department of Health or departments of health in the country. The country is now talking about this issue because the already overburdened healthcare system is now coming to its knees. If I'm to give the context of that video, because it has been cut, if you were with me in the morning when we started with the first patient who was involved in an accident and was even proud to say, I got an accident in Harare, but I was told that there is a Dr. Phophi in the province who brings specialists in this rural hospital by my brother, who is, the brother is also illegal in the country. I came and get the operation. Those are the videos that will not be taken and trend. Now, when we came to this particular patient also, we interview her, which is not the part that is there. She was laughing and smiling, thanking us for finally getting an operation. It's my responsibility. The doctors will not refuse. I needed to explain to her. I needed to educate them. I'm not going to wait for the National Health Insurance to tell the illegal foreign nationals that you will not be able to get access to elective healthcare services. That's where I'm coming to say I do stand by its contents, because I need to give that understanding to say we are not doing anything to our surgical backlog because people are abusing. And that's what I was saying, that you are abusing the system. When they hear that the MEC is coming to this district with specialist care, they leave their country, enter South Africa illegal, come to our hospitals. The doctors who operate them, for ethical reasons, even though the Constitution will cover the doctors, but for ethical reasons, they don't refuse to operate them. But what is this thing doing is that very same South African and the Limpopo citizen whom we did this project for, it's unable to get operated because they are still flooding even our initiatives. So we reach a level wherein we need to start educating the patient.
Nina ruvalo no one ichi dokufera kutungu la kucheche arali mie ko batoloba ko baseza kucheche no understand ro itemi ni ediboro trauma ino to itia ula mwana uwe shikela buchironi awo othe do wapio uri ndo dzwana mie anga bachikolwala ngabantu mbidzani ambulance ndiri ambulance ayiko dani phone le bora matuba ndiri ambulance ayiko uda rina mulwadze yapano ndiri ambulance iko hano uda rina mulwadze for the people of Limpopo, the Lord change it. It is my singular honor and a rare privilege to assume this responsibility entrusted upon me by the African National Congress and the people of my beloved province, Limpopo. I'm more than humbled by your faith and the confidence you have shown in me as the first democratically elected female premier of this great province. I also want, Madam Speaker, to thank my family, especially my strongest pillar, my only surviving parent, my mother, and friends, comrades,
for offering me those words of encouragement. I dare not fail you. Honorable Speaker and members of the House, I do not take this responsibility for granted. Your confidence in me has placed on my shoulder and those of other deployees a necessary burden to work diligently and tirelessly to change the lives of our people for the better. I know it as a matter of fact that my election today is not a personal feat, but a call to action. I shall always strive to exercise my responsibilities with one thing in mind, that the people of Limpopo. Zone 5. Okay. No, re thabela go le bona. Mara be le tswele le ka re ba re le dula se shangu.
Na be ke ticket le credit ya ke dula se shangu.
Okay.
Be le dula se shangu le bona. Le yana o tsana mo se. Troplo kwa ni.
All right. Also be le
credit ngam.
All right. No, re na re tlile maabane ya ke re le be gona le phitlo ya ba botswana ba dile kurekeng ba 45 be ano la ba tseba high commissioner ba rena ke bona ba bone so re ba kopile ka hore mo president ba re ska ba ra boya hae re sa bona ba bang ke re la motse ba re mo president o ke motho wa lerato be ano re
Premier Ramathuba
mara lete kwa bjang
le matšatši
ya le matšatši mara ba le tshwere gabotse
ya ba re tshwere botse
okay no re a thaba ke tla ba fetisetša molaetša ora wa ke ba bone ha wa be ke sa tsebe le gore le tswa sešego la bona o rata mmereko go a thuša nke be ke tsamaile ke ra go ba ke ba magwe no ke lenga tsamaile tse ko wa bona ga ke tlo bona batho ba ka ha wa ba gae ga bomma
ai kere
gae ga bomma
ya wena le bona
re tla ba botša le batho ba sešego ba tla tseba gore mma o tsogile ga botse re tšo mmona batho ba gore rena re rata dilo mo motlatšefo re tšo bona bomma ke tlo wa botse
ke na ebile re lo manyane re lata dira ke
banong la bona if ke sa rate dilo ke mangatlo le bona gone bana la smile le go le ka tsebo gore ba le rata re tlo berekšana le bona ba tla re botša ga le ready and then re tla dira di arrangement
all right
as far as rehab is concerned, she will need a wheelchair.
Remove market clinic. Ke na le sister Mothapo le Mrs. Law. Re bone video all over ka moka rena re manyami mara re bone gore sa botlhokwa while the process tse dingwe di tla ntse di continue. We must make sure that the two meets and the two address. So re ke thome ka wena mental sister.
Awa tena re batswadi ba setšhaba sa South Africa re swantse re berekisane le setšhaba sa rona ga botse re re letsogo le lengwe godimo ga le lengwe yo ke Mmasilowa ke molwetši wa rena ke mmago rena le kgono re a swarelana.
No Mrs. Mothapo ke re le kgono ke tlo swarela ke nyako tsebiša batho ka moka ba ba rekela mmušo ba ikgafe ba tseba ba rekela setšhaba ba ithute tše dingwe o molwetši a fitlhile o mongwe le mongwe a tsebe gore molwetši o tswile ka lapeng la gage o tla sepetlela o tlo nyaka thušo o na le ba bangwe ba tšhaba ya ditleliniking ba tšhabang bona bannese ba be ba kgwele ka mo magaeng ba tlhokofale ka mo magaeng ne ke kgopela gore batho ba bereka mmušo ka moka lena le tlhakele setšhaba o tsoa o ya mmerekong o tseba o šomela setšhaba nka fetša ka mokgong. Okay.
Your pronouncement on making sure that the people of Limpopo, rural as they are, they deserve water because they also form part of the struggle of the liberation. Our rural communities must be provided with clean drinking water. Sanitation was at some stage in 1996 at 27%. Today, we are at 63.1%. Our roads from 2,500 kilometers in 1994 that were tarred to today at 7,000 kilometers that have been either tarred or paved. Despite many challenges, these and many other developments have made Limpopo a great province that it is today. We have greatly enhanced the quality of life for our residents. Limpopo's economy has undergone significant transformation since 1994. Despite facing long challenges such as slow economic growth, unemployment, and inequality, the province boasts a wealth of mineral resources, fertile agricultural land, and tourist attraction that have contributed to its economic development. Mr. President, we are a rural province, and I must emphasize, and building an inclusive economy which also drives rural economic transformation is what we need currently the most. Our province has consistently demonstrated the ability to feed itself. Our people have already demonstrated beyond reasonable doubt that even without large tracts of farmland, they are farmers in their own right who can produce for their own livelihood. Recent statistics show that Limpopo is leading in food security. Its people can cultivate food for their own survival. This fits well with your directive of prioritizing rural development, and together we must focus on supporting them to now use agriculture for commercial purposes. They have proven to you that they can farm, so what more do you want from them except supporting them? We have started engagement with businesses focusing on enhancing manufacturing capability, agro-processing, and agricultural produce, and establishing mineral beneficiation capacity in Limpopo, with the aim of reducing the transportation of raw materials that could easily be processed in our province and thus create jobs. Gone will be the days very soon of exporting all tomatoes raw as they are without having to manufacture tomato sauce. Gone will be the days where we continuously export timber but have to import a toothpick. So as a province, we need to start there. It might appear small, but it will go a long way in creating jobs for our people.
The clinic is very clean. Where is the she's here? Your clinic is very clean.
Thank you.
I'm very happy. To share with us. Let's see the linen. Wow. Let's see the linen.
The light is not functional.
Okay.
It's because of the clamping.
The hospital must come and fix it.
Yeah.
Noted the hospital.
And this is maternity section.
Wow.
This is postnatal room.
Well
equipped with
this is what I want to see. Yes. This is what I want to see, CEO and Demi. That when our women are coming to give birth, they are subjected to this comfort.
Yes.
And their babies are put in a proper. Not what we see on social media. The baby after birth must be here. That's what we want to see happening in a proper warmer. The emergency trolley. Sister, you have done well. These are you have done well. I keep on telling you, it's a cononcha stress sa clinic. Like one amara. If it's an ambulance, that's what I want to see. Well done, sister.
Thank you.
That's what we want to see. Our OPN, you have done well. So Likamo.
This is the labor room.
Mova delivery.
Mobile delivery.
Likamo, you Your own emergency trolley. Still, bana ba fetsa ho belegwa re ba beya ka mo. Re a monitor, mme o a monitor wa botse. Well-equipped clinic. How? This is what our people voted me for.
You see, this is when we put our patient when they're in the first stage of labor.
Okay. Oh, first stage.
First stage of labor. It's actually ANC.
All right. This is our no. So thank you very much. And they even have the bathroom.
Yeah.
So when you have such a beautiful infrastructure, it's a problem. We can't have such a beautiful infrastructure. It's important when we have such a infrastructure. So I'm very happy. So at least so now which we can show off to the public. Yes. To oxygen. At least me quattro in the Kinalion. Amen. Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah, pharmacy.
We need to see pharmacy if we have medication. And you know what I like is that this clinic is very far. It's in the rural. Outside it's a gravel road. But then when you enter this clinic, you find something. You know, you find yourself in some private hospital. Yes. So this is your pharmacy.
Yes.
Do you have a pharmacy assistant?
Yeah, we used to, but the contract just ended on the 30th of June.
What are you saying? Demi? Not Demi, the pharmacy assistant contract, I'm told they have. What are they saying?
I think it's the ones that you are waiting for Treasury
to approve the advert.
That was the relevant contract that was extended with 3 months.
Extended by 3
Meanwhile,
months.
we're waiting for the.
So now we are waiting for another renewal. Okay.
And she's doing very well.
She's doing well. Where is she coming from?
She's from Begasford.
Oh, and she was doing that.
Yeah,
Good.
she's doing very well.
You don't have
And this is our CCMDD corner.
Oh, good. So patients come and collect the medication.
According to the date of collection.
Oh, all right. No, thank you. Let's talk to them. So this is a consulting room here. Just want people to see. Hey, I can love to enjoy working here. So every consulting room has got its own emergency room.
Yes. Like that.
And these are the new ones.
They're the new ones.
These ones are the old ones. So, when I degree, everything, same government, same MEC, same HOD, same dam. So Lunali are ordering. I wanted that in.
They were ordering.
So why them other clinics here? Ahuna nix.
The alarm was not submitting.
They are not submitting. Yes.
Because every year the office here, Mabunda, technology, they are always requesting needs from all the clinics.
Okay.
And then they submit, then we submit to her. Then they are buying for us. Then thereafter we distribute according to request per clinic.
So you have made a request yourself. So that's why I agree, where there's leadership, there's order.
And she's the youngest.
The youngest. So that's why I must juniorize the department. I will. So when you juniorize, there's order. Thank you very much, my OPN.
Thank you.
What's our uniform? Usanali energy. Usanali energy, the youngest.
Is it?
It's okay, they quit consulting room, but they're just the same.
Okay, they're the same, all of them. So when I was order la dilo tsa hao. Nyanga dilo tsa di
It's a birthday today.
We are going to sing there. We will sing for a birthday. That's
and this meeting was Dumelang Bagolo le kae? How's Phophi? Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I don't know. Humbled.
Premier of Limpopo.
Humbled.
First priorities in office?
Eh?
What are your first priorities
Of course,
in office?
it's jobs.
Uh-huh.
You see, if you address jobs, you will address the health thing directly, because somebody who's working, they hardly get sick because they can take care of themselves. They can always provide houses for themselves. They don't need grants, all those. So jobs remain top on the agenda. Yeah.
When I especially as a supervisor, I expected when there is a disaster to be sitting here. When there's a disaster, I can't go on leave. When there's a disaster of ESCOM, the president has cancelled World Economic Forum. That's when there's a disaster. So no one, you can't be the first one to go on lunch when there's a disaster and leave the junior staff there. You should be here and coming up with a way on how to resolve this matter. And if you finally want to give a poor now,